Shehu relayed the messages in a statement.
President Buhari says the unity of members will put the party on a firmer footing for victory at the 2023 general elections. The president, who returned to the convention ground alongside the vice president and president of the Senate to witness and celebrate the inauguration of the elected party executives, noted that the smooth conduct of election raises the prospect of a mouth-watering APC victory next year, a victory for the voters of Nigeria, who can now be assured of a smooth succession to new leadership in 2023. Unlike the fake news on division, the convention showed reality of unity, cohesion, and indeed personal warmth between members. The president said the stage is now set for the APC primary elections later this year, when the party's new flag bearers will emerge. But the good voters of Nigeria can see through such acrobatics and know the facts that when the contests for 2023 come, APC offers a track record of success and leadership. Meanwhile, President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, congratulates Senator Abdullahi Adamu on his emergence as the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. Senator Lawan also congratulates other members of the newly inaugurated National Working Committee as well as zonal officers of the party on their elections. In the same vein, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, while congratulating the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, expressed optimism in his ability to take the party to victory.
Former Governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Adamu, has taken oath of office as the third elected national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. Alhaji Adamu was elected alongside 77 other members who make up the National Working Committee and zonal leadership of the party.
And bear true allegiance to the All Progressives.
Under the watchful eyes of the leader of the party, President Muhammadu Buhari, the founding fathers, the progressive governors, APC members of the National Assembly, and other top stakeholders in the governing party, the oath officially opened another chapter for a new leadership for the governing All Progressives Congress. The party's fifth national convention gave thousands of delegates the opportunity to elect leaders through the ballot box, while a majority of the National Working Committee members, including the national chairman, emerged through a consensus. The new national chairman promised to operate an all-inclusive administration that will sustain the gains of the party and its government at all levels. He said the current administration is taking the lead in providing the long-awaited leadership for the good of the citizens with focus on nation building. He noted that the Nigerian ideal should be a collective responsibility.
And we will work hard to ensure that we fulfill your expectations. As politicians, we are not strangers to gains, losses, and disappointments. With the outcome of every political contest, let us show maturity and good sportsmanship. For almost 7 years now, APC administration at the federal, state, and local levels have been battling night and day in order to enhance the livelihood of Nigeria through various policies, programs, and projects.
Chairman, APC National Convention Election Committee, Governor Muhammad Badaru of Jigawa State, attributed the success of the exercise to the collective will and determination of the leader of the party and all aspirants.
Those that are following us through the night have seen all the announcements on whether consensus or results obtained out of the contest of the few offices that we have reason to contest.
Adamu Abdullahi is the fifth helmsman of the APC and third elected national chairman after John Odige Oyegun and Adams Oshomole. In Abuja, Saliu Gwanara, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the chairman of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, Governor Mai Mala Buni, has advised the APC to approach 2023 general elections with a united front. The appeal was contained in Governor Mai Mala Buni's address to the APC National Convention, which held on Saturday in Abuja.
Governor Buni describes the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee as a child of circumstance constituted by the National Executive Committee to restructure and reposition the party. Evaluating the achievements recorded by the party under the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, Governor Buni said upon assumption of office, the committee embarked on a genuine and all-inclusive reconciliation process to give everyone a true sense of belonging, confidence and reassurance in the collective ownership of the party. He said under his chairmanship of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, the APC recorded unprecedented increase in membership from the previous 11 million registered members to more than 41 million registered members, adding that the APC now has an added advantage of winning elections in Nigeria with landslide victories. Furthermore, Governor Buni said under the Caretaker Committee, the APC made history with an unparalleled record of high-powered defections into the party, including 3 serving governors. He listed other achievements of the committee to include the peaceful and successful congresses at various levels, review of the party's constitution. The party also organized the National Youth Summit, attracting youth from all the political wards across the country to mobilize the youth and give them a sense of belonging and to enhance their commitment to the party. Similarly, women party faithful from across the country were assembled in Abuja and sensitized on active participation and generating support for the party. The party also took deliberate measures to give special recognition to people living with disabilities and now represented in every function of the party. This is in recognition of the great roles they play in mobilizing the electorate and participation in election processes. The chairman, Governor Mala Buni, says the party is aware of the 2023 aspirations of some members and is appealing to all aggrieved members to bury their differences and collectively work for the interest and success of the party.
And political gladiators have continued to strategize and position themselves to clinch the flag of various political parties ahead of the Ekiti and Osun governorship polls and ultimately the 2023 general elections. Timothy Yusuf reports.
This meeting is for me to consult you with aspiration.
The chairman of PDP Governors Forum and governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, who is aspiring to flag the PDP ticket in the forthcoming presidential election, has further taken his consultative engagement to former Deputy Governors Forum of PDP extraction and PDP women. Governor Tambuwal believes that the country needs an experienced pan-Nigerian Democrat who has the capacity to provide local solutions to local problems.
We must all sheathe our swords and be talking about Nigeria.
Speaker after speaker enjoined the PDP to jettison zoning arrangements, rather look out for those that can deliver positive results. Meanwhile, Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze, Nigerian in the diaspora from Anambra State, has informed the People's Democratic Party of his intention to join in the presidential race come 2023. He explained that his interaction with the party has kick-started his wider consultation with Nigerians.
I'm pursuing to a united Nigeria that works well for all groups, that's free and fair for everybody.
Away from the PDP, the Action Democratic Congress has reacted to its exclusion by INEC from the forthcoming Osun State governorship election. INEC said nominations of AA, ADC and ABGA will not be published for their failure to comply with the Commission's guidelines on political party operations 2018 or the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
They said ADC fielded a 33-year-old person as deputy governor.
National Chairman Ralph Okeunwosu enjoined party members to remain loyal to constituted authority while efforts are being intensified to resolve the issue. Timothy Yusuf, NT News.
In still talking politics and governance, the Nigerian Governors Forum has pledged its commitment to supporting the efforts of the Inter-Party Advisory Council to establish the African Democratic Institute. Timothy Yusuf reports that Chairman of the Forum and Governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, gave the indication at an interactive session with the leadership of IPAC in Abuja.
This visit by the leadership of the Interparty Advisory Council on the Nigeria Governors Forum is to seek areas of collaboration towards deepening the nation's democratic institutions. Chairman of the NGF, Kayode Fayemi, believes that the forum as a non-political platform is open to the African Democratic Institute initiative of IPAC, which when established will further strengthen democratic governance.
As a body to support IPAC to deliver on its task, we would be willing to do so. We know that this is a crucial penultimate year to the big election year, and IPAC would have a lot of roles to play.
Your Excellency, I wish to draw your attention to the fact that Nigeria is today virtually regarded as the hub and the radiating point of democracy on the African continent. The present leadership of IPAC is positioning the platform to live up to its responsibility of Nigeria in fostering and entrenching democracy in Africa.
The dream of setting up the African Democratic Institute is to have a center in Abuja that will offer the teaching of universal philosophy and practice of democracy. Timothy Yusuf, NT News.
In a bit of oil and gas now, the federal government is calling on the European Union to step up investments in gas and hydrocarbon in Nigeria to meet up with the EU's energy needs. The call is occasioned by the lingering crisis between Ukraine and Russia, which is threatening gas supply to European countries, as Russia presently supplies about 30 to 40% of EU gas needs. Lydia Sampson reports.
At the courtesy call of EU ambassadors to Nigeria, led by Ambassador Samuela Isope, Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Timothy Silva said Nigeria is ready to step in as alternative gas supplier to Europe, but called on the EU to encourage its oil and gas companies to scale up investment in the gas sector in Nigeria. Silva said one of the things warned against earlier was the speed with which EU was taking away investments in fossil fuels. Silva told the delegation that what has stunted growth in the development of gas in Nigeria has been that of fresh investments. He added that there must be change of policies if the request by the EU to increase gas supply to Europe is to be realized. The minister said in the last 10 years, over $70 billion worth of investment came to Africa, but sadly, less than $4 billion came to Nigeria.
So there are so many opportunities for us to work together. And I want to assure you that we as a country are ready. Mr. President has mandated us to work assiduously to ensure that we are able to deepen the partnership.
While emphasizing the need for transfer of technology in gas and renewable energy, the minister said Africa must be allowed to continue to exploit its hydrocarbon deposits to develop the continent. Ambassador Isofe urged Nigeria to take advantage of the opportunity offered by the present crisis in Europe to scale up gas supplies to Europe.
The next step would be to have technical talks, most likely during the month of April, to see whether we can make this prospect, concrete.
While reflecting on the security situation in the Niger Delta that drastically impacted on gas supply in the last few years, Isope urged the Nigerian government to step up security in the region to guarantee gas supply to EU and member states. The French ambassador to Nigeria, Ambassador Emmanuel Blancman, went down memory lane on diplomatic relations between Nigeria and France, noting that despite the present challenges, French companies are ready to commence new investment in Nigeria. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Stakeholders in Taraba State have converged on Jalingo, the state capital, to draw up short, medium and long-term plan for the development of the region. This was at Taraba Stakeholders Consultative Meeting on the Northeast Stabilization and Development Master Plan. Bem Haya reports.
The Northeast Stabilization and Development Master Plan, which spans 10 years, seeks to engage stakeholders from the grassroots to other levels of the society in a bid to understand their needs and proffer solutions to them. Managing Director of the Commission, who was represented by the Commission's Secretary, Benjamin Wesley Tafida, said the master plan shall contain programs and schemes that would facilitate and promote the physical and socio-economic development of the zone.
The essence of having these diverse stakeholders under one roof here today, therefore, is to harness their individual and collective inputs to enrich the process and align with NEDC's policy of inclusiveness and bottom-up approach.
Lead consultant Dr. Kasim Gidado, who gave an overview of the master plan, said it is the Commission's desire that the master plan is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and timely by learning from the experiences of other regions and setting timelines for implementation. Taraba State Governor, represented by the head of service, Mrs. Susie Jemima Nathans, commended the federal government for the initiative and stated the resolve of the state government to contribute its quota in ensuring the success of the project.
We therefore commend the harmony, collaboration and cooperation among the governments of the region and the Commission since inception.
The Northeast Development Commission was established in 2017 with the mandate of coordinating development in the 6 Northeast in Jalingo. Bem Hanya, NTA News.
The Nigerian Air Force is taking a humanitarian approach to enhancing operational efficiency by recognizing and rewarding the efforts of personnel who have passed muster against all odds. Najat Tujani reports.
Against all odds, these Nigerian Air Force personnel have carried out their duties beyond expectation and are being rewarded for their hard work, or to use the military term, passing muster. 7 non-commissioned officers are being promoted to the rank of Air Warrant Officer, which is the highest or most senior rank of NCOs. For Air Warrant Officer Omotosho, the only female among equals, it is a dream come true.
It means a lot, wonderfully a lot. So overwhelmed, so grateful to God.
Also receiving their wings, these 5 pilots have excelled in air operations, expected to ramp the defense of Nigeria's airspace.
We jointly restate our loyalty and allegiance to ensure the preservation of our national territorial integrity.
All this is aimed at boosting the operational efficiency of the NAF, which is a critical part of enhancing national security.
These training are intended to situate the Nigerian Air Force in a dominant position to deliver air power in light of our involvement in several theaters of operation across the country.
Performing acts of recognition such as winging and promotion is also part of improving its operational standards, efficiency and capacity. Naja'atu Tijani, NTA News.
Now, 2 suspected drug traffickers have excreted a total of 165 wraps of cocaine following their arrest at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. Both suspects were on board an Ethiopian air flight from Addis Ababa with a total weight substance of 3.619 kilograms ingested. Narcotic officers of the Directorate of Operation and General Investigation also intercepted substantial quantities of illicit drugs packaged for export to Australia, China, Qatar, Ireland and Thailand. Meanwhile, an estimated 2.3 tons of illicit drugs and 791,100 naira were recovered in major raids by NDLEA in Ogun, Rivers and Enugu states in the past week. Mothers as pillars in the home front have been encouraged to set standards by nursing and nurturing children with a kind and disciplined heart. This was the message as the Anglican Church worldwide commemorates the 2022 Mother's Day. Deborah Gazahi Mika reports.
Modern Sunday is a Sunday dedicated by churches worldwide to honor and celebrate mothers' achievements in the home front, church, and the nation at large. Every 4th Sunday of Lent, Anglican churches mark the Sunday with remarkable activities, allowing mothers to conduct the church services. The 2022 celebration tagged Take this child and nurse him for me, co-task of mothers. A sermon by Charity Obun Nadi charged mothers to be alive to their divine assignment of raising godly children.
Message to every godly mother today is to see nurturing and nursing godly children as the core task from the Lord.
We build home by building the child.
Advice to mothers out there is for them to live lives worthy of emulation. Not only to your children, you are a mother to every child in the society.
Reverend Obun Nadi also reminded mothers that they have to brace up to the task ahead of them and rescue the society from its current rising cases of social vices.
Mothers fail to do their work as a nurse. They are occupying the home as women. In some homes, maids have taken the role of motherhood. Any child that comes your way, you are just a vehicle to carry the divine mandate of God upon that child.
A combined fellowship of women choir from other denominations in Gishiri community rendered songs of praise at the church service. Deborah Kazaj-Maika, NTA News.
President General Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar, has called for intensive prayers for sustainable peace and unity of the country. He made the call at the closing ceremony of the 36th edition of the National Quranic Recitation Competition held in Bauchi. Hawal Abdullahi reports.
The National Quranic Recitation Competition organized by the Center for Islamic Studies, Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, in collaboration with Bauchi State Government to select those to represent the country at the international level of the competition. At the end of the week-long exercise, Baba Sanyina Mokhtar from Borno State emerged overall winner in male category, while Hawlatu Aminu Ishaq from Zamfara State emerged overall winner in female category. Sultan Saad Abubakar called on Muslims to use the forthcoming Ramadan period in praying for unity and peaceful coexistence in the country and advised traders to avoid increasing the price of their goods unnecessarily.
For this blessing of the precious by making us we who we are and to bring us into this world, in this part of the world. There is no gain in saying the fact that the global Quran remains the only book that has been memorized completely by millions of people across the world.
Highlights of the event was a presentation of prizes where overall winners received the sum of 3 million naira each, while other participants received various amounts of money. In Bauchi, Awal Abdullahi, NTA News.
And it's time to join our sports desk for some sporting stories.
For their FIFA World Cup reverse fixture with Black Stars of Ghana. As the country awaits the arrival of the Ghana team, the Super Eagles have begun full training for the crucial match which takes place Tuesday, 6 p.m. Meanwhile, football enthusiasts are still reacting to the first leg which ended goalless at Babayara Stadium, Kumasi.
Job is halfway done. Getting a draw in Kumasi, I think, is a good way to start this playoff. Coming back to home, I think we have comparative advantage of getting a victory.
I'm looking forward to the match against Ghana with a lot of positivity. I think it's a very tough one, but I think the Super Eagles can go very far and really make the country proud because we will see them and do very well.
In other FIFA World Cup playoffs for Tuesday, Egypt hope to avenge their defeat in AFCON with a second victory over a defiant Senegal. Algeria will try to redeem themselves with a win at Cameroon. North African countries Morocco and Tunisia will slug it out with DR Congo and Mali. In the meantime, Deepo Sanya, playing of handicap 8, grossed 73 with a net score of 65 to emerge overall winner of the 2022 IBB International Golf and Country Club Ladies Closed Tournament, which ended Saturday in Abuja. Over 200 golfers participated in the tournament, which is to officially signal the end of the one-year stewardship of Lady Captain Mary Rose Richard Obioha.
Played a good round of golf, played with my friends, and everything went my way.
We give glory to God. Clement weather, everything was going for us, and people had fun.
In cycling, 21-year-old Eritrean Beniam Germe produced a perfect sprint finish of 2 minutes 37 seconds to continue his climb up the ranks with a historic victory at Ghent-Wevelgem. The youngster had the best legs in a four-man sprint where he took down Christophe Laporte, Van Gestel and Jasper Stovin. With sports update, Cynthia Ogun, NTA News.
And that ends the news segment. Don't forget to follow us live on our website at nta.ng/live, as well as other social platforms displayed on the screen. More stories ahead with Jennifer after the break. To stay with us.
The FIRS cordially invites all ministers, heads of government departments and parastatals, heads of revenue-generating agencies to the 2022 National Tax Week. Activities scheduled for the National Tax Week include a tax walk by 9 a.m. on Monday, 28 March 2022, to be led by the Executive Chairman, FIRS. The second National Tax Dialogue with the theme, Tax Harmonization for Enhanced Revenue Generation, will hold by 9 a.m. on Tuesday, 29 March 2022 at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, and an exclusive dinner with the country's top 20 taxpayers in the evening of Tuesday, 29th March 2022. Kindly note that entry to these events is strictly on invitation. For further clarifications or inquiries, please call 080-330-42028. 080-330-42028. Announcer Muhammad Nami, Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS.
Oh, I see this collab where they shoot there. No scatter. Yeah, give me small new number now.
Romance without finance na annoyance. Better give me bullet.
Yeah, give me the number.
So yeah, jot the number down. 005.
Where the complete number?
It's always so hot. Like the flights are gonna need juice, so just like juices.
Hey, wait, give me last numbers.
My 5 password.
400 you owe me.
Oh yeah, 7650.
What's you? Smiley, hello, how are you? Guys, the first collab was on the train, dude.
Find your first. Choose a social data bundle that suits your style. Dial *777# Glow Unlimited.
I am more than just an idea. I am alive, connected. I am part of an ecosystem, creating connections within an interactive and sustainable city. I am intentional about excellence, integrity, and efficiency. I am invested in building a sustainable future. I am committed to strategic partnerships and collaborations. I can be tough. And I can be tender. I take pride in delivering high standards. While there may be others, I am in a league of my own. I am more than just an idea. I am beloved. Who are you?
Ajaye go gym. You want go shake your body. Instead they make it calm down. It the fun say it's tabby. You want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you don't do fast in your power. You want to show yourself. Oh.
Whatever double your size. Find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network. The Nigerian Army invites applications from eligible Nigerians for commission as direct short service commission officers. Applicants must be Nigerian males or females and must be between ages 20 to 30 by July 2022, except for medical consultants who can be up to 40 years of age by July 2022. Applicants must be physically, mentally, and medically fit according to the Nigerian Army standards. To apply and for more details, visit Nigerian Army webpage, recruitment@army.mil.ng. Upload passport photograph, educational certificates, and other credentials as highlighted in instructions provided online. Follow the prompts and complete the application process. Then print out an online generated photo slip or card. Application closes on 6th May 2022. Military Secretary, Army. Announcer.
Dear friend, how are you? I can smell the goodness of Easter around you. But wait a minute. Do you know you can enjoy Easter in luxurious comfort like never before? Because this Easter, Bedmates Furniture invites you to discover new levels of comfort with furniture that brings life to your home. Seriously, now is your last chance to have a memorable Easter and beyond. From 21st March to 20th April 2022, get furniture you love at unbelievable low prices with free gifts in our showrooms. Hurry now before others choose the finest units you want.
They say the more you learn, the more you grow. With MTN's reliable internet and YouTube learning videos, there's no limit to what you can learn or how far you can grow. Get up to 3 hours of free streaming on YouTube when you buy data plans from MTN. Dial *131*750# or download my MTN app to buy your preferred YouTube data plan.
Now, there is a saying that when you look into your mother's eyes, you see the purest form of love. This shows the bond between mothers and their children, as well as their role in nurturing. Women are basically responsible for character formation of children, and if gotten wrong, it will be bad for the society. In our report, Amaka will present diverse perspectives to capture Mother's Day.
Motherhood is one of the greatest gifts bestowed on humanity, and all over the world, many successful people from diverse backgrounds, including musicians, poets, world leaders, often attribute heights attained to contributions and support from their mothers. Maternal love, psychologists say, is assuring and true. These individuals show appreciation and celebrate their moms in glowing terms.
I just called her to tell her I love her. Appreciate her for how she supported me over the years, from being a kid to a grown man now. Now that I'm an adult, I know what it means to sacrifice for another human being, and that's what she has done for me and my sibling all these years.
She has done a lot for me. Even till now, there are some things she would do, and I'm like, I don't think I can have any. If I come to this world again, I don't think I would want any other person but you. So I would describe my mom as a super woman.
A mother's love is unconditional in the sense that you can actually compare it to any other person's love. What a mother will do for you, someone who's really not your mom may not be able to do it.
What kind of love are you showing your mom today?
Unconditional love.
How are you doing that?
By helping her.
Mothers are said to be unique in their ways as they play fundamental roles in sustaining their homes.
I can do anything for them. It's not easy. Yes, I understand. Even if there is nothing in the home, but I'll make sure they eat first. Even if I'm crying, I'll make sure I put smile on their face. They won't know that I'm crying. So it's not easy.
If I'm going to raise this child to be in my likeness, then there are some things I have to give off. I have to let go of. You understand? To be there for the child. I knew that I needed to work extra.
I was forced to make comparisons between paternal and maternal love.
Sometimes it seems like a father's love can be earned, if you do well in school. Sometimes, not for all parents though, but majorly, there's a tendency to see you. You can tell that if I do this, my dad's going to be proud.
I believe mother and father are equal, but today, in this modern day, people celebrate mother than father.
How can mothers contribute to improving the moral and value system in society? Listen to these mothers.
Charity they sell begins at home. So if these children can get the right training from home, they take it out to the society. Even if they want to be any kind of peer pressure, they still remember the home they are coming from. So the first thing especially the mother, because we are very closer to our children, the first thing every mother should do is that they ensure that they communicate.
We need to bring back discipline. We need to bring back morals into our society. If you go through the social media, the level of killings and all that is happening, we're here blaming each other. But I will say that the major fault is the foundation. We as mothers are the key to raising a child.
It is the hope of all that mothers live to reap the fruits of their labor, and eternal rest to mothers who have gone to the great beyond.
Thank you, Amaka. Now, remember the late English poet and tailor's work, My Mother. I'm sure many just remember the first stanza where we talk about my mother who sat and washed my infant head. But there are lines in the last verse which talked about when mothers are feeble, old, and grey, that will be there to soothe their pains away. So as a nation, we need to do more for mothers. Now, moving away from the story of mothers, for the All Progressives Congress family, their joy over the weekend knew no bounds, especially when the reward of their sacrifices yielded positive results, with greater expectations for a more united front ahead of future contests. Abubakar Akwanga went round the corridors of Eagle Square, venue of the just concluded APC convention, National Convention. He has this package for Newsline.
When you talk about love, passion, and loyalty for a political party, this perhaps may just be a classical example, as these men here traveled far distance to be at the convention, but ended up outside the venue for obvious security reasons, not deterred by the measures put in place. The resort to take refuge in an unusual place just like this, for them to be very close to the source where the information will quickly get to them.
I am there for APC since before 2014. Up to now we are APC.
It is 12 midnight, and for many it is time to rest after a hard day's job. But for these party loyalists, the dawning of a new day can only become a reality when the storm is over. And then they retired to road layers and setback for the long wait amidst silence of the night for the long-awaited victory at the party's national convention.
That's why you see me around on the road. Yeah, since morning we are dancing, we are singing. Everybody do something lively to each other. I'm from Oyo State, and I love my party.
The story is the same during the day, as massive supporters of APC trooped out to be part of the epoch-making event, the 2022 National Convention. Measures to beef up security, traffic and other arrangements were well coordinated to avoid breakdown of law and order during the exercise.
The security situation is quite commendable, and the convention is well organized.
Everybody is moving, there's no fear of anything, despite the challenges you have assessing to enter into these premises.
We are having a stress-free and a havoc-free National Convention 2022.
As the long work to achieving life for APC ends, celebrations begin with expectations for purposeful leadership for the party and enormous benefit to Nigerians.
Meanwhile, that Abuja was host to a big political event with representatives from across the country is no longer news. While this political party event was convention was on with business of the day, NTA Lens captured some side events still within the convention arena. Aisha Uba Ali tells us more.
Nigerians have always been described as happy and business-inclined people. This reflected at the event venue of the 2022 APC National Convention. Merchandise displaying different items and even hawkers used the opportunity of the convention to make money, which on a normal day would not have been, considering the location of the event. It was an opportunity for each state to showcase her candidates for the 2023 coming general elections. It was a display of color by different groups who believe their candidates are the best.
Experience and the type of leadership quality he has, that's what makes us to support him.
However, the NTA camera lens was also quick to catch a die-hard Buhari and APC supporter who took risks just to witness the occasion.
A lot is happening here, inside the venue, which is the Eagle Square, and even outside. But what caught my attention is this camel rider who came all the way from Katsina to support and show solidarity for the APC party.
I want to show the APC members and everybody that I am a bona fide APC member.
Yahya Hamusu, popularly known as Bakim Balarabe, says it took him 5 days to be in Abuja on camel for the love of his party. Switching off his phone was for security reasons.
They used to park. If they saw me, they used to park and ask me and even take picture with me.
If you think riding on a camel's back is easy, to me it wasn't easy. After so much persuasion, I got on the camel, but almost lost my breath. The entourage from Katsina thrilled people with their choreography. While it was a successful convention, it will leave the city sanitation team to do justice to the environment.
Interesting. Now, report just reaching us says the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, has declared his intention to run for the 2023 presidential election. Details in our subsequent news. Now to an invention by Nigerian youth. It's often said that creativity leads to innovation, and young Nigerians keep contributing their quota to the world of science and technology. This time, another inventor made a breakthrough by inventing a drone technology in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Pauline Kuje tells us more.
Technology over the years changes with significant innovations by trailblazers across the globe, all to ease human existence and day-to-day activities. This was the story of the young and talented Ali Hassan Kyari, a final-year undergraduate student of Physics Department, University of Maiduguri, who invented a drone technology in Borno that can fly 3 kilometers. The Kaga-born Ali Hassan Kyari, while explaining the features of the latest technology in the drone world, identifies some host of advantages of the technology in surveillance and improved camera shots, among others.
I started this invention since 2016 when I was in diploma in Dramatic Polytechnic and mechanical engineering, during that time. So, I have so much fun in inventing something new which can fly.
Ali Hassan Kyari was said to have developed interest in technologies that can fly since he was a child and started pursuing his career with keen interest. The inventor used local materials like carbon paper, aluminium and other materials, which he described as not qualitative, but when given the needed support, he will improve the technology to realize his dreams for the betterment of humanity.
I started biohybrids, then I have other one, which is turbine jet engine. If you hear the sound just like a real jet engine, but it's not. If you combine 3 or 4 together, it can lift you up, But this cannot be done without a capital.
There is no doubt that supporting such kind of initiative will not only stimulate the enormous potentials of youngsters, but will directly challenge the growing rate of unemployment in the society.
Great invention. Now, relevant authorities and civil society groups can create platforms for investors and organizations to support and sponsor numerous inventions by young Nigerians. Now to the killer nanny. The story of a 15-year-old nanny who killed a 6-month-old baby in her care broke recently. This tragic story has attracted so many attention. And Kende Adebisi has been following the case. She has an update.
On 5th, being Saturday night, they asked me that they want the baby I'll come to carry. I said no, that I will not bring the baby. They said if I don't bring the baby, they will strangle me. So I said no, that I don't want to bring that baby. I begged them. They didn't agree what I. So they give me bath, say that I should call that baby 4 times, the name 4 times. So when I called the baby 4 times, the bath turned to blood. So it's what happened.
Chiamaka Odo is one of the many suspects paraded at the Lagos State Police Command. She was employed by a family to look after their son, Jaden Osokolo. Little did the parents know that hiring her to take charge of their adorable son was like putting a hawk in charge of a chick. Her unlawful act landed her in police net, with no family or friend ready to identify with her. We met with the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer, who shed more light on the case.
It's a crime against the state, so the state has a very vital role to play in the case. So, as is customary, the case file had to go through DPP, Department of Public Prosecution, and at the DPP, the arraignment was actually stood down. You know, they claimed that what was needed to prosecute the young lady was not established yet.
In an attempt to really know who Chiamaka is and the motive behind her action, I spoke with her mother through a telephone conversation, and she blamed poverty for the choice of giving out a 15-year-old daughter as a nanny.
They need to chop and no pay. So that's one of my sister content. He gets somebody what they find, that's why he will live with them.
Yes.
Like, my chicken give them. But I go from there, get help.
Yes.
I'm not taking anything, and I'm not taking anybody. My husband contact myself. Nobody need to carry that what children.
Mother of late Jaden, who was also contacted but declined speaking, said that she was not mentally ready to speak up on the case.
How did you even get my number in the first place?
I can't reveal that to you, but we got it.
Okay.
Yeah. When do you think we can see you?
I don't know for now.
Troubled by this development, I took to the street of Lagos to seek the opinion of Nigerians on employing domestic staff, posing the question, do you conduct a background check on your domestic staff?
Nanny are taken by people who don't have time, maybe because of the nature of their work or certain other things.
So a woman has to protect her children and herself. So nanny, they are very dangerous because you don't trust them.
Yeah, they run these background checks and they also profile them, take their fingerprints and other details, biometrics. And we don't get people coming in for search in quite the numbers that you expect.
Attributing her action to witchcraft and the fact that Chiamaka is a minor has stalled the case, but the Sokolo family are still hopeful that justice will be served.
Absolutely creepy. In addition to background checks, importantly, mothers, please make efforts to take care of your children and also pray for them and the family. We'll keep you posted on the case. Now, remember the story of the little girl we brought to you 2 weeks ago who was locked up, beaten, and tortured by her aunt and her husband in Onitsha, Anambra State. Now, the good news is that the suspects have been arraigned before the court, But it didn't end there. Investigation reveals that even the little baby whom they claim is theirs was bought with a sum of 135,000 naira. Over to you, Umo Basi Edet, for more.
That's the cry of a mother, heartbroken, shocked, and traumatized to see her little girl who was living with her sister being subjected to so much pains, torture, and abuse. Little Ekperamaka was brought from Abakaliki by her aunt, who resides in Onitsha some months ago, to help babysit her supposedly newborn baby. This journey, however, became a nightmare as she was constantly being beaten, bruised with broken limbs, and left hungry. Rescue came her way through a good neighbor who alerted the human rights activists, prompting the arrest and the subsequent arraignment of the suspect. Her mom, who got wind of the recent development, arrived to the court premises soaked in emotions.
Ya ka m ji wee believe wee kpọọ onye ya ọ sị m na ọ ga-aga skuul maka nhapụkwana ya agbacha Disemba ka o wee nwee ike mụtazi okwu ndị ebe a before ya gawa skuul. Adịrọ m happy na asị na ọmụnwa ka ha mee ọ karị ka mma maka na nwa abụ obere nwa ọma ngwanwudo m na mmee ife ọjọọ kịta nọọsụ Chukwu ga-ajọ ọjị mma na Holy God ma na mama ọzịkwa n'otu aka ọ ga-adịrị m amaọkwa m n'otu aka ọ ga-adịrị m.
She claims she released little Ekperamaka to her own sister after she came to the village to announce that she has been delivered of a baby boy. Investigation, however, reveals that she got the baby through the third defendant after paying the sum of 135,000 naira. Intriguing, you may say. Well, that is a story for another day. After listening to the 3 count charges leveled against them, the man pleaded guilty to 2, while the other 2 suspects, being his wife and her sister, pleaded not guilty to all the charges. The human rights activists who prompted the investigation and some members of FIDA watching the brief had this to say.
I feel so good, I feel so happy because justice is about to be done and done properly too.
When we recovered this girl, she was almost dying with sores all over her. They are not denying. They maltreated that they were beating her up on a daily basis and molesting the little girl of 7 years old.
For little Ekperamaka, who was in pains and traumatized on the day she was rescued, the story is different. It is a smile of hope, a smile of freedom, and a smile of gratitude. NTA News promises to bring you up to date as the story unravels.
I'm sure they didn't expect the law to catch up with them. We will keep you posted, and I'm sure relevant authorities will do all they can to help the girl. Time for a break. Newsline will continue shortly.
The FIRS cordially invites all ministers, heads of government departments and parastatals, heads of revenue-generating agencies to the 2022 National Tax Week. Activities scheduled for the National Tax Week include a tax walk by 9 a.m. on Monday, 28 March 2022, to be led by the Executive Chairman, FIRS. The second National Tax Dialogue with the theme, Tax Harmonization for Enhanced Revenue Generation, will hold by 9 a.m. on Tuesday, 29 March 2022 at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, and an exclusive dinner with the country's top 20 taxpayers in the evening of Tuesday, 29th March 2022. Kindly note that entry to these events is strictly on invitation. For further clarifications or inquiries, please call 080-330-42028, 080-330-42028. Announcer Muhammad Nami, Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS.
This isn't a fight, alright? It's more like a battle. You gotta come through from the jump. Show them you have too much heart to get bypassed. Because you and I both know nobody's playing in the streets. See, if you hold back, you lose. If you get cold feet, you freeze. That leaves only one way to go, really. And that's hard. So show up, show out, show yourself. Battle for your dream. Only the best will make it at the Global Battle of the Year Nigeria. Don't miss the search for Nigeria's most creative dance talents.
When times are tough, we know that as the mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. It's great value. It protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
If I buy this bully, now drinking be my portion. We do. People like say they happen for there. Almost level. No darling. After all of us now be sick dog. Oh boy, let me the one place the 7 times a wolf. Bros don't get 5 times a wolf. And this time don't collect 6 times a wolf. This one now, wolf everywhere you go.
Whether you be new or old MTN customer, turn up and with the boss spray everywhere you go.
Ah, Bobby, you gonna show.
The Nivea Dry Impact and Dry Comfort Deodorants. With quick dry effect and longer lasting fragrance. Guaranteed to keep you feeling dry and fresh all day. Proven 48-hour protection and longer lasting fragrance from Nivea. Never get hot and fresh with the Nivea Dry Fresh Deodorants.
Thank you for the rejections that taught me to keep striving. Thank you for the long hours that taught me discipline. Thank you for the knockdowns that taught me to bounce back. And for the unexpected victories that taught me to never give up. Thank you for making me who I am.
Does your toothpaste give you complete fresh protection? New Close Up Toothpaste Complete Fresh Protection takes care of your 5 important oral care needs. It gives you strong teeth, prevents tooth holes, cleans deeply, fights bacteria, and gives you fresh breath. Complete fresh protection from Close Up.
Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that. Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that.
Now let's talk about air travel. Imagine having access to over 1,000 destinations across the world with 14 airlines providing quality services. This is part of the advantages of the One World Travel Arrangement, which is enhancing business and tourism in Nigeria. Samuel Johnson is standing by to give us details.
The event is not only captivating, it provides opportunity for evaluation and celebration of the services and advantages which the 14 airlines, including Air Maroc, offer passengers and the business community, as well as tourism development. The presence of the Ministry of Aviation and the Ministry of Information and Culture at this event is a pointer to the support that the federal government offers to grow businesses and tourism to boost job creation and improve the nation's economy.
They come into Nigeria, those Air Morocco passengers now, according to them, additional 1,000 destinations added to the Air Morocco network all over the world. So it gives passengers a lot of options.
Coming together and opening up, the Nigerian space to the world is going to impact heavily, because when you're talking about tour operators, our own SMEs are tour operators, they are the travel agencies. All of these people are going to be empowered.
For the top notch in the Royal Air Maroc and One World Alliance, business expansion with quality services and impact on Nigeria's economy are the essence of the venture.
If you're a high-value customer, loyalty program member, for example, of Royal Air Maroc, somewhere on the African continent, all the benefits that you're accustomed to receiving from Royal Air Maroc will be reciprocated by every One World member.
And also our customer here in Nigeria, they will be able to fly with us to Casablanca and to continue with the other airlines via our hub.
Operators in the aviation industry say Nigeria stands to benefit from this alliance.
We now have this additional access, not only into North Africa, but through the rest of the world as well.
For every incremental customer that we bring into the market, the economy of Nigeria earns more taxes. That is amazing for the economy.
Enabling environment to encourage foreign and local investors is what the federal government offers to achieve rapid economic growth.
Air travel made easy indeed. Now it was prayer session all through at the palace of the Oba of Yoruba, Abuja FCT, as a woman described as a philanthropist and advocate for women and girls, as well as the less privileged in the society, was to be crowned the Erelu of Yoruba FCT. Hawa Gimba reports that the President, National Council of Women's Society, Gloria Laraba Shoda, the Erelu designate, was ushered into the palace by the Oba Allah.
Local beat of drum symbolizes a new beginning as guests walk in different attires to honor one of their own, Mrs. Gloria Laraba Shoda. Before the guests and well-wishers with different attires, an oriki, that is praise to honor the celebrants. Joy was visible on their faces. The celebrant was ushered in by the Obala with what is known as arrow, indicating peace. Decorated with the crown of Erelu of Yoruba, Abuja, FCT, and the presence of all the chiefs in the palace, accompanied with prayers for success as well as prosperity. Mrs. Shoda was full of gratitude.
I feel highly honored because Erelu chieftaincy is one of the highest chieftaincy title that a woman can attain in Yoruba land.
Because she has been doing very well. So she has to continue to do whatever she was doing. We know her very well. She's a caring mother in all angles, in all aspects.
Shortly after the coronation, guests dine and wine with the celebrants.
We must acknowledge them. We must celebrate them. We must also celebrate the men who believe in women and who support the struggle that women are doing to contribute meaningfully to national development.
The Erelu, Mrs. Gloria Laraba Shoda, in a life journey and struggle, was not only occupied with the fight for women, but further went on to write 2 books titled Journey to Equity and a Song for Women.
It's all about women. Erelu is a women, like a women leader. So it's all about women. And the book also is all about women. So I just hope that all women will have copies of that book.
Some recipients of the Erelu's award commended her giant stride for women and were thankful.
Well-deserved award because as the Kauram Bauchi, he has parity for women.
This is a statement of fact that we need to keep our women and youth. Any nation that wants development must respect the role of women and youth.
National President NCWS is the 17th president of the Women's Society who has contributed to the development of the group.
All I'll say is keep up the good works. Now to wedding bells. Calling it a gathering of the information family may not be wrong. This is all thanks to Abdullah Hisani and Nafisat Garuba Abari, who have found love in a common pool. Abdul Malik Hassan reports that Nafisa Garuba Abari is the daughter of the current Director General of the National Orientation Agency. He gives an insight into the list of guests at the wedding ceremony.
That expression is the joy of a father whose daughter is about to complete half of her Islamic rites. Abdullah Hisani and Nafisa Garba Abari are about to be called husband and wife, and this is the essence of this gathering. Before all praying eyes, the groom's family tendered the sum of 100,000 naira as bride price, which was received with deepest satisfaction by the bride's family, an act that paved the way for the solemnization.
A very happy day for every parent, a very happy day, special day for the bride and for the groom. We wish them the very best and all that they wish for themselves in this marriage relationship. They have seen how we have gone. I have been married to her mother for 42 years. Whatever it is that she must have picked from that relationship with her mother and I, it is what I expect her to replicate.
I wish them a very happy and successful marriage. And we are so happy that we are here to witness this very historic occasion.
Alhamdulillah, it's very fulfilling. We wish them the very best and may Allah be with them. Always remember that they are fulfilling the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So anything that they do within that context, inshallah, all will be well.
The wedding was attended by the Information Minister, Lai Mohammed, the former governor of Kano State, Rabiu Kwankwaso, friends, family, and well-wishers.
Congratulations, we wish you the very best. Now, Ushe district in Zenshi of Zuru town in Kebbi State was agog last Saturday when the son of the one-time Controller General of the Nigeria Correctional Service, Jafaru Ahmed, picked a wife. The event was witnessed by the creme de la creme of the society from far and near. Ibrahim Dan Hamidu takes it from here.
That prayer is what in Islamic injunction made Shamsuddin and Nafisa to become husband and wife, meaning that they are now for each other till death do them part. It was preceded by the payment of 100,000 naira as dowry. The incumbent Controller General Nigeria Correctional Service, Haliru Nababa, represented the groom in seeking for the bride's marriage from her father, Udu Damalan, the district head of Fakai, in the presence of families, friends, relations, and well-wishers. Soon after the solemnization in far-away Birnin Kebbi, the young couple hosted friends, relations, and to a befitting reception with much to savor amidst musical entertainment. Apparently mindful of the huge task ahead for the young couple, some of those in attendance have these as advice to them.
Your wife is to respect you. You as a man, you are to love your wife. And God will be happy to see you people happy and working together in unity and in love.
They should know that courtship is over and now it's love, compassion, and then everything they will do, they must know that peace must reign.
To love one another. For the lady, I would always tell her that her garment in marriage should remain, her garment in this marriage should remain tolerance, respect, honesty, and trust.
I wish them all the very best, and I pray that God will bless their union.
To both parents of the groom, words are not enough to express how happy they are.
I would like to thank God for this day. I would like to thank God and thank everyone that is here for supporting us in every way.
It is the joy of every parent to see this day, where one, either a daughter or a son, is married. You know that they are going to begin to have their own family, and you wish them well, and you know that they have come of age. So you always be there for them and wish them a happy married life.
Congratulations to the young couple. Time to pay some bills. We'll be back.
GoTV price don't go down low for inside Max for Less promo. They go summer you with GoTV decoder, GoTenna, plus 1 month Max subscription. Package will be 9,500 naira before. They don't slash them to 6,500 naira. See discount. Make yourself enjoy football for inside your house. Cross leg, what African Magic don't play Niger, telenovela, Nigerian Idol, and Bunga drama. Yourself is so big with Max for Less promo and enjoy correct entertainment for only 6,500 naira. So make you hurry. Visit GoTV store today. This offer not be forever. GoTV. Love it.
Like a bird needs wings to fly, you need skills to be productive. No matter the level of your education, ITF can train you to acquire skills in areas like mechatronics, metal machining, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, information and communication technology, ICT, culinary art, and agriculture. Acquire a skill and transform yourself from being unemployed to becoming even an employer. Be a valuable Nigerian youth. Say no to unemployment and poverty. It's time. Industrial Training Fund, developing the nation's human resource.
Our pastors, our imams, in every church, in every mosque, please realize that in the course of praying for peaceful and transparent elections, we all have duties beyond prayers. If we want a stable society before, during, and after the elections, what should you be saying to those that worship with you? All Sundays and all Fridays, you are saddled with the responsibility of bringing up good generations. It is therefore your duty to both man and God to ensure peace all the time, no matter about elections alone. People talk to people and people listen. Talk to your followers. Make them listen to ensure peaceful 2023 elections. This message from the National Orientation Agency.
Come back. Now, as we speak, because this is breaking news, as we speak, there is fire outbreak at Lotto on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The Federal Road Safety Corps advises motorists to avoid the area for now and be very careful. Now, he is a physically challenged person in every sense of that expression, but his condition is never a barrier for him to derive happiness in his own unique way. He is doing so by building a strong obsession for anything India, be it music, dressing, expressions, and above all, films, believed to be the main factor in all. These traits exhibited by Mustafa Khan, alias Baba Wan Khan, in Benin Kebbi, in Kebbi State, have endeared him to the high and mighty in the society. Usman Abdullahi Shehu takes it from here.
Expecting to see the convoy of the governor, minister, or any high government official in town, you are wrong. This siren is signaling the arrival of Mustafa Shehu, aka Babanwanka, a familiar sight among residents of Birnin Kebbi. The 35-year-old Mustafa Khan, who believed to be of Indian nationality, only to be sent to his Nigerian parents, Erbuga Khan and Shehu Khan, both based in Kofar Kola in Birnin Kebbi, to be brought up.
Kuchina yibaya babaji kyawa meiga meibaga ba meizindigi hayela kibaya kuchina yishonge meiz mahabat nasiya ko da taso da yawa da gaskiya.
It all started with a strong attachment to Indian movies since I was a child. By God's willing, I was opportuned to visit India myself, courtesy of someone with a special interest in me. I saw everything I needed to see about India. I will forever remain grateful to the person that took me there.
The comedian, whose growing fame transcends Kebbi State, has fans cutting across ages and social strata. He's a known figure to many prominent personalities in Nigeria. Babanwanka is among the fortunate Nigerians to have toured Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and his dreamland India, all courtesy of a fan.
Frankly speaking, I don't beg. I have no reason to. In fact, I don't see myself as disabled. I have good people encouraging and supporting me all the time.
The young man's dressing pattern is heavily influenced by Indian culture, day in, day out. Another unique attribute of Babanwanka is that whenever an Indian song is played to him, he will simply break down in tears, for it reminds him of his friends, family, and above all, his dreamland, India.
Oh my goodness. You see, I warn you not to play any Indian music whenever Babanwanka is around, so that it doesn't make him go haywire. Sorry, Babanwanka. Sorry, please.
Some fans of Babanwanka are full of praises on him and has this to say on his strong attachment with India.
Most of our relationship with general public is cordial. He used to, whenever he goes out, people used to, he greets people and he normally mingle with them very much. There is no problem as far as his association with people is concerned. Baba Wanka to me is a special person. You see, he do his things the way he think is good for him, you know.
Babanwanka has a tailor whose identity is not known by anyone, who specializes in sewing clothes for him to his taste, another distinguishing feature of his jester.
Happiness is a choice. And I think somebody should record him and tag Z World. Never can tell what can happen. Now, we'll go back to the breaking news. There is a fire right now at Lotto along the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Now, relations and friends of late Deaconess Margaret Ayodele of Ayetoru Bede in Ijemu local government area of Kogi State had one more chance to shower her with tributes and also demonstrate their love as her body was laid to rest. Jonathan Omajali reports that the DG Nigerian Television Authority, represented by the General Manager NTA Lokoja Yahaya Adam, supported by other staff, were at the funeral and outing service.
It was a gathering meant to mourn the end of a beautiful life, but also to celebrate a woman whose life was a well of love and kindness. Age 74, late Deaconess Margaret Olutamola Ayodele, in the words of loved ones, was the perfect mother, friend, and neighbor.
Compassionate mother. In fact, I don't know the word to use to describe her. Beautiful in and out.
Can be described as a virtuous woman. She sacrificed her time.
She labored for her children.
She's a woman that if they say, I want to have another mother, I want to have her again and again and again.
It was hard to say goodbye as her remains were laid to rest at her Yeturugbede hometown in Kogi State. The late septuagenarian, whose love for the helpless made her work in an orphanage home from 1962 to 1965, was later celebrated at the Apostolic Church, where a Thanksgiving service was held. Members of NTA family were among sympathizers present. Mrs. Helen Mudupe Ashaulu, daughter of the deceased and director, internal audit, NTA National Headquarters.
From testimonies we've heard from people, she lived a fulfilled life, and we want to congratulate the family for giving her this befitting burial. Not in most cases that you have, parents go before the children. We thank God that is not our case. I want to felicitate the entire family, and for her in particular.
Gone, but not forgotten. Loved ones continue to savor the good memories she left behind.
She has left a lot of things for us to follow, like her neatness, her straightforwardness.
I love her because she's also a giver.
She raised my mom, and my mom is an awesome woman, and I know she sets the right example for her to be the kind of woman she is today.
She has gone to rest in the Lord. So what you have lost is what the heavens have gained.
In fact, she's a mother indeed.
She taught us how to pray when we were growing up, and that prayer really worked for her, and it's working for me.
May her dear soul rest in peace. Now, the Onogbogi dynasty of Ilesha, Osun State, celebrated the passing on to glory of their matriarch, Madam Dorcas Onogbogi, who died at the age of 102 in grand style. Correspondent Femi Afariogun captured the colorful celebration of life held in Ilesha for Newsline.
Late Dorcas Onigbogi was one of those who brought Salvation Army Church to Ilesha, and it was the last service for the God's General as family, friends, and well-wishers came from far and wide to celebrate her impactful life. Pastor Gabriel Adepoju exemplified the zeal and passion with which late Onigbogi served God and humanity. Benga Onigbogi, who spoke on behalf of the family, promised to carry on their mother's legacies. From dust we were created, and unto dust all mortal shall return, as Madam Onigbogi's remains were interred.
Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Late Madam Dorcas Onigbogi was said to have single-handedly raised her children the way of the Lord, and all through their education, having lost her husband early in marriage.
She was very hardworking. She wanted the best for all her children. That's why they found that she didn't have much.
She was a very loving woman, caring, godly, and very nice.
A bridge builder. She doesn't separate her children. She doesn't say this is the rich or this is not the rich one. She put them together, and she's a giver.
Passed away. She was very loving, very kind. She was strict, but strict for a good reason.
And I think what I've seen within the family, between the mother and the children, is that there existed true love.
I pray that all the children that survive her will live long as she did.
Born in 1919, Madam Dorcas Onigbogi attended Holy Trinity Primary School, Omofe Ijesha, and was a popular food vendor in Ilesha. She died in January this year at the age of 102.
May her sweet soul rest in peace. Amen. Now, this is where we'll end Newsline for today. But note that the fastest and easiest way to becoming a star is to connect with the NTA to stand against rape and rapists. Thank you for watching. Good night and God bless Nigeria.
"24 hours a day, 7 days a week.